You know why we are here. Shake my hand, hit the like button. This is probably the last review of John the Don and Eazy the Block Captain. Champion! We remain here. Out the gate, 25,000. Where is it at? What are y'all doing? Who is it going to? I warned y'all in my last video about this, right? I warned y'all. Where was the proper preparation prevents poor performance, prepare properly or get punished by the principles plus plan for pessimistic public perception, potent power. If projection can persuade the people, but being patient, the process can be prosperous and persevere. You're not persevering with this 25,000 in escrow. Let me tell you how to carefully bet in battles, right? What you do is you find a third party, give that money to that third party. And then when the battle is done, and you figured out who y'all got in terms of judges, the third party says, here's the money. I don't care what happens. If Eazy's control the money, with all due respect, you're not getting it. And listen, again, we're going to do the review. Give me a second. We get to the review, trust me. But if Eazy's in control, he said it's an escrow, he got it hit, he's in control of it, though. He's in control of the account. To give away the 25 is to say, hey, I lost. This is not my victory. So whether it goes to him, like, yeah, I'm supposed to get this money. Whether it's supposed to go to John. So I don't know what y'all finna do. I have no clue what y'all finna. Y'all might be in court for this. I don't know. Y'all might got a slap box for this 25,000. You might got to play Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat or rock, paper, scissors for this money at this point. Or a fourth round. You're not going to do a fourth round. But you know what I'm trying to say. That 25,000 is lost in translation. I made a statement last video. I said pocket aces. My problem is still here. I know they kind of addressed it a little bit. But to me, right, the judges have to be picked. I know Eazy is confident in his abilities. I know John is confident in his abilities. He's playing, I guess, chess. You don't pick the judges last minute. That's not a good move. Because when the battle becomes debatable, but you went in like you had pocket aces. Let me tell you something. I play poker. Pocket aces get cracked. Aces gets cracked. You have an 80% chance of winning when you have pocket aces or whatever, depending on what hand you go against. Majority of the time, 70, 80%. They get cracked. You know, Eazy's confident. He has ego. I got my rounds. I got this thing. No, it's no way. In Philly, in my house, you got pocket aces. Pocket aces gets cracked. John, you got pocket kings. It sometimes can be pocket. This happens before. Or he has a 9-10 of spades suited and it feels like, yeah, I can do something with this. Y'all should have had the judges lined up. I don't care who didn't want to judge, who did want to judge. You got to have that lined up of 25,000 is in play. What are we doing? This is why, whether it was Uncle Rod, Three Letterman, or me's asking y'all, who's the judges? A lot of times y'all say y'all don't respect media. Y'all should have chose some battle rappers. Quest was right there saying what's up. Briz was hosting. Is Briz Eazy bias or John bias? I don't know. Probably not. Shout out to Briz. But we'll get back to that. That's important, but it's not 100% important in terms of who I got winning the battle and why. But John had a great breakdown in terms of what you should do. Secret judges, we think alike, but I'll get back to that in the end. All right. Eazy the Block Captain versus John. Internet is an uproar in terms of a winner. And I will say this is a close battle, ladies and gentlemen. And before I get into my official breakdown, I was in the building. I was in the building. Yep, I was in the trenches. There's a lot of talk of whether Jay Black can attend that event or not. And I should be on camera in the top left. You should see me. But we'll get back to that. I was in the building, and my assessment in the building was Eazy the Block Captain 2-1. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't do no reviews. I didn't do no interview, nothing. So my initial pick was Eazy the Block Captain 2-1 in the prediction. And after being in the building, watching the battle, I had Eazy 2-1 in the building as well. In the first, I had it. In the second, I had it. And then I was leaving during John's third, but I was still watching it. And I gave Johnson the third. I wasn't really mad at, him repeating the cheeks raw. He wasn't choking. And again, Philly says we don't pause. That's what a lot of MCs say. We don't pause. We don't do pause up in here. We don't do. So it's like, yo, let him get his verse off. If they kept stopping, he kept going. I feel like that's not. It is what it is. So, and I think the consensus before I'm gonna do what I did with Murder Mook and Twerk. The consensus would say John in the third.
Cross the T's, but how could you expect dollars from something you didn't read? You started your own league.
That was fire.
Right? The consensus as of right now would say Eazy the block captain in the second.
Recruited me to take your spot. They said work for it. I did have an opportunity to raise my stock. So y'all didn't have no new will when y'all value decreased, when y'all left the lot. So y'all came back to me as a lethal shooter so I can help y'all niggas perfect y'all shot. Perfect y'all shot. Nigga, you tricked me. Keep it a bean, you ain't do shit to get me. You are the B side, I picked you. If you was the A side, you could skip me.
All right, so I think the round we got to put under investigation is the first. But before we get to the first, I think that second round is close too, man. I don't know. Because when I was in the building, I ain't said like, oh, it was clear, easy. I'm like, yo, didn't John land the Will Smith Jada flip? I'm like, that was the swing. I'm like, that was powerful.
Raps August Alsina. You see, that's grounds to kill you. Married couple, wife creeps with younger male. Don't that sound familiar? But Will let Jada do the wildest things.
Right.
But in this case, looks like the husband was allowed to swing. That's power.
I like that a lot. So I'm like, that second round, I need an investigation too. Maybe we can do a round table champion breakdown. We can kind of break that down too. But as of right now, this is the last review in the battle. Eazy the block captain in the second. The round that goes into investigation was the first. We can get into it. The first round, Eazy the block captain goes. And he kind of addresses the audio, but I wasn't crazy for this. I said in my prediction, like, yo, if you're not going to shut the rumor down as best you can or say it didn't happen or it did, it's just no point. And I feel like his audio flip wasn't an attack on John. It's just like, it was a statement piece. And he's kind of like, you know, messing up a little bit. He got speech impediment. Nothing he added it that day, so that's probably why it didn't cross. But so for me, to open the line did nothing. That's just me personally. And again, it's just one line anyway. Then he says, they're going to say free me and RIP you eat, but either way we become merch, which followed right after that. I thought that was fire. Fake grass on niggas' turf. My shooter need practice. They missed the house twice. I told them to go rehearse. I thought that was fire. The 316 from John go to church was cool. How you corny in real time, I thought that was funny. The breakup there, John, that was good. That was good. White dots and red bags, not a peppermint. Thought that was dope. Yellow tape and not used for height and measurements. Thought that was fire. Eazy had a lot in the first. Let me get some more on this part, man. So when people pick a side, it's like, this is one of them ones that you can say, like, okay, it's like that. This first round between the two is like that. Shout out to Eazy and John the Don. You see here. If we put hands on you, we can save your soul. Thought that was fire if you mean it the way I think it is, which, you know what I mean, if we beat you up, we're not going to kill you. You know what I mean? You're going to have your soul in your life. But I thought this was, the follow after that was even harder. Let me be or get knocked out by this left alone. Crazy. Quarterback sneak. Enough players being piled up. That was cool. The fish scales in the pot turned to sparkling water. Like that how he performed. I thought that was good too. The fire alarm, we break glass in case of emergency. Thought that was good. Again, he has a lot. This is before he even hits his haymaker. So let me see here. I made y'all change your habitat to adapt to me. Got my name in y'all mouth so y'all can feel attached to me. Get y'all lit so y'all can be the algorithm after me. Just only half of me or half of me. On cue, snap with me. Shout out. On cue, snap with me. Stuff them in the car rapidly. It's a date, actually. Now this bitch don't want to get out the car. It's a Cheesecake Factory. If you're not a social media person or you don't be on social media, you probably don't get the bar. But this lady, she was uppity, snobby, and didn't want to get out the car when the person decided to take her to the Cheesecake Factory. So I thought that was fire. I thought that was real dope. Crowd went crazy for it. I feel like this was the most react to bar in the first from both. But then again, that's not fair to John because of the location. But Eazy had more. Why I gotta tell the Don the streets are for made men? Thought that was dope. I try to tell John I was never Joe bringing the H in into the we do trade ins. Window shopping in your window inch. Literally made a Nintendo Switch. That was dope. He got into a little backstory with John and Don, the spit that heat stuff, the league history. I live most of my life for my enemies. That's good, but it's also not good. Eazy, God. You said I live most of my life for my enemies. We can tell, champ. I don't. It's a good bar, but it might be bad for you. But we gotta do this. In the first round, you gotta nitpick. If you want to find a winner in its purest form, you gotta nitpick and really break stuff down. So Eazy the Block Captain did steal, y'all. Pardon me. He stole a flow from a very great battle rapper that's been doing it for years. I think this brother spit this flow in 2010 or 2011, and I felt like Eazy came across that and saw that and he stole. So -3 points and the bar goes like this, or the flow goes like this. He said, "Drop it, ass nigga. Screenshot ass nigga. You are a bottom ass nigga. You are a bad girl, Zeus Club Network watching ass nigga." You know what I'm saying? So when this brother right here said it.
Nigga, one household, 2 dads, ass nigga. Can't run my city, man titties, have an ass nigga. Girls you fuck don't have an ass nigga. You thought you was in first, but I put you in last, nigga.
Okay, I'm joking. I thought this was fire. Shout out to Eazy. If killing him was a true crime, was the TV's reenacted? And I thought this was funny. He said, nobody came to see you versus Mr. Fab shit. And honestly, I felt like this is actually better than his Cheesecake Factory bar. See, when you transcribe bars, you just read it differently and it hits kind of differently. The Cheesecake Factory bar is still fire. And how he performed it was fire. And again, I get it. But I feel like this was, it had that je ne sais quoi to it. It had that on cue, snap with me to this bar. So he says, when bullpen started crashing, there was no laughing. It was wrestling, though. I put my hand out so you could tag in. If you don't know, the media was going crazy on John because of the last 2 events that he threw in 1 month. There has discrepancies. People was doing John dirty, missing battles, and they couldn't make it up, not explaining nothing. So I felt like this bar applies. But hold on, me saying that now, I got to give John points because he kind of addressed this in his first run as well. But I think this is a fireball from Eazy the Block Captain in the first, and he has more. These brothers really came to take each other out. This is why you got to just, for me personally, right now, I got to review 1 round because there's a lot to be said in here. He had everybody in your class was suited. Had everybody in your class suited. Let me see here. He had had everything from 19 to 22, like a college dorm. Thought that was dope. I was acting before Bel Air. I went from the judge and I went in front of the judge and did a monologue. Thought that was dope. Eazy the Block Captain has a great first round. Watching it and reading it back, it holds up. This is a good first round. Like I'm naming 2 like bombs between the Cheesecake Factory and the hand attack, and he had stuff in between. I like the first round from John. Pardon me, Eazy the Block Captain, but John the Don goes. Okay, shout out to John the Don. I thought his opening line was good because again he played mind games by putting audio out. You know what I mean? He made everybody focus on one thing and him addressing it quickly, getting out of it. Thought it was dope. Not me. He said, you was on the phone talking ish. Not me. I turned this chatty patty into a chopped cheese. We all know he was gonna tell. Gonna. If you mean. Gonna tell him himself. But I'm a cop, please. Cop, please. Shout out to John. Dr. Dre, Aftermath, and the Scope was cool. Children's book, when I sent Eazy to read, I thought that was hard. He started addressing the rumors about Eazy, Rem, whatever. And he said, you deserve a tech for hanging on for Rem too long. Thought that was dope. Catch a fade. He was hoping someone catches fall. It wasn't Eazy to block after all. Thought that was cool. I thought this was fire, bro. And this is the problem you got, Eazy. This is the problem you have here. When people do home games, and I feel like the crowd doesn't show love equally to certain things, but hold on. What the? Nobody said nothing? Again, I feel like this is one of John high moments in the round. He said, the algorithm, boy. You love Trenton? Well, I insert the pound. I put a bullet in the algorithm and shut the server down. The crowd gives him, I played it back. The crowd gives him nothing. He said, the algorithm, boy. You love Trenton? Well, I insert the pound. I put a bullet in the algorithm and shut the server down. What? The crowd is whispers, whispers, whispers. That was hard. I can't tell y'all where he from in Philly, but he brought every Germantown. He's from Germantown. I thought that was dope. I thought the shut the server down was harder than that line. But another one, the crowd again, because first of all, we in Philly, right? And he has a headshots, Meek, big star, too raw for the streets. The crowd gives him. I thought that was dope. Crowd gives him nothing. Rap like a nigga like Eazy can't be hard. He turned what you known for into a trap artist. So he had a whole bullpen scheme, which was a bullpen and bad news, low soul clone, pandemonium 2, dope in the pen to contraband. That was dope. A lot more friendly people where Eazy's going. Big headed nigga, be the hardest to miss. Past the bull's eye, that means the target was hit. I thought that was fire. The bullpen over bullshit. Pardon me, he had a lot more in between these two too. So I'm just reading like the end of punches, for time's sake too. My bullets were real. Everything in the rounds were fake. Let's see who survives my Beasley voice. It can go from a smack to a chrome. This was an easy choice. Fire. Death gotta be easy cause life is hard. Pump a nickel still a breadwinner. John had a fire round as well. And again, my first pick in the prediction was Eazy the block captain. Predicted Eazy 2-1. Obviously, it's in Philly and all that good stuff. It's his league. He's setting the stage. I feel like the majority of culture had Eazy the block captain, the predictions, right? In the building, I had Eazy 1 and 2. Eazy, I don't think you should be arguing with the other man, good brother. Because after the first two right there, right? This could go either way. I would say it's debatable as well. I feel like John gave you enough content in the first to arguably edge the round. You understand? I think he gave you enough you could say edge the round, but for me personally, I think I liked a little bit more from Eazy. Me personally, I liked a little bit more from Eazy. I still, and I will say this, I could be affected from me viewing it in the building. You know what I'm saying? I got Eazy first and second, personally. But hold up. I told you in the beginning of the video. Take this walk with me for a second. Right? I told you I'm not a judge. I don't want to be a judge. I don't want to judge this. Right? So I said in the kitchen video for Eazy the block captain and John the Don, that whatever the judges say would make the cover. We are here. Once I realized that y'all dropped the ball on the judges for my cover for champion, which you guys shouldn't care about, but right? I picked my own judges. Like I said in the beginning too, John, we think alike. We think very much alike because I picked 7 judges. One of my judges was the poll. That was the first judge. And then the other 6 don't even know that they're judges. My other 6 judges didn't even know as they were breaking down the battles, however they did it, whether it be a Twitter, whether it be a podcast, whether it be anything. They had no clue. And these are guys and women that y'all they got no beef with y'all. They don't hate you for this or hate you for that. They wasn't talking crazy about either one of y'all, right? And with that being said, before I could even get to the 6th judge, keep in mind, one of the judges of the poll, John the Don, got more votes. So on this champion cover, on the wall, wherever I put it, John the Don is the victor. Take that how you want, but and again, I'm not mad at it. I wouldn't be mad if they said Eazy. I wouldn't be mad if they said John. There's enough to go off in the first round and give either one of them the win. So for the champion cover, which should be out next week. Hey, man. Hey, listen, man. John is on that cover. Congratulations on Champion's behalf to John. But my official pick was Eazy the Block Captain. 2-1. Debatable edge in the first, because again, they both had enough content. I feel like one of the reasons people may go John in the first round, because I felt like he was more tailored. But I feel like Eazy towards the bottom half of his round and a few name flips here, he was kind of tailored too. I feel like he gave us a lot. But that's my official pick on the situation. That's how I got it. And after going over the third round, Eazy the Block Captain said, "I never met a top tier that was serious about battling Jay Black." John 30 now. John clear. Don't devalue my battle with John to get a bar off, man. Don't lower my sales to get a bar off against John. We're not doing that, man. Stop it. I never met a top tier that was serious about battling Jay Black. Trying to mess up my battle with John, man. Stop playing me, bro. I think we done here, man. Y'all have a blessed day. Please donate to Champion of the Year. Hit the like button, too.